Greetings, punks, goths, metalheads, herberts, herbetters, Martians and subterranean folk. How you all doing? My name's John. This is the Health Anarchist channel. Well, today we're going to do an indoor video and I'm going to do a story time. And the story time is some of the strange reactions I've had from members of the public when I'm out on walks doing videos. Now, I must admit 99% of the time people are fine. I have no problems with them whatsoever and they don't bother me. But there is that small percentage of the time when you meet some people with strange reactions that you get from them. So I'm going to start off with the first one, and this was a walk I did a couple of years ago, and it wasn't too far from where I live, and it's a small rural community, and I was walking down this country lane doing a video. I was like talking to the camera, and this car started following me. It was a 4x4, and I thought, does he want to get past me? So I moved to the side of the road so he could get past, but he goes on and then he stops parallel with me and winds the window down, and he goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm making a video. I do videos about walks in this area and I share them online on YouTube." And he goes, "And what else?" And I said, "That's it. I just make walk videos." And he goes, "Right." He goes, "Well, I suppose we do get the odd eccentric person up here every now and again." And I was like, "What do you mean by eccentric?" And he goes, "Yeah, we had a black man up here last year. I think he was after stealing something." And I was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you just said that." I was like, "How racist is that?" And there was a few houses along this lane, and at the time when he was saying that, there was an Amazon driver coming out carrying a parcel, and it was an Asian guy. And I thought, you know what, this is awful. So anyway, after he said that, I just thought, I'm not even going to talk to this guy. So I just started walking on, and he came forward me a bit and he wound his window down and he goes, "All right, I'm going to be checking you out then." And I thought, it's not private, it's a public place. It's a public lane that people can walk down, and we have the freedom to do that. And if I want to do a video, you know, I can do a video if I'm filming myself. So yeah, it was weird. So anyway, he drove away, and a bit later on up the road, I saw some more houses, and the Amazon driver, the Asian guy, was carrying some boxes. And I thought, I'm going to have to say something. So I just went up to him and I said, "Geez, there's some very odd people round here, isn't there?" And he just laughed. And he goes, "Yeah, it's one of those small rural communities." So yeah, I just wanted him to think not everyone's like that round here. But anyway, yeah, that was my first one. Now the second one was when I was doing a group walk, and there was a group of us going to this little village a few miles away from me, and we did a walk in these woods. And after the walk, we thought, right, we could go into a pub. So we found this pub. In fact, there was only one pub really in this village, but it was a beautiful pub, very historic, like 16th century, and it wasn't one of these fake old world looking pubs. It was the real deal. So we thought we'd go in there. So here we go in, our alternative bunch of people. And as soon as we walked in, it was like really busy actually. As soon as we walked in, the barman looked up and he goes, "Oh, here come the Halloween people." And the pub went really quiet, and it was just so strange. And I thought, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. This is like going back to the 1980s when no one had seen alternative people. And anyway, we sat down because we wanted a drink. So we sat down, and he comes up after a while because some people were getting hot drinks and food. And we got vegans in our group. I'm one of the vegans. And one of them goes, "Do you have soya milk?" And he goes, "Soya milk? Are you some of them vegans?" As though you're some kind of alien from the planet vegan. But to his credit, he did have soya milk in the pub and he stocked it, so I have to give him credit for that. And he weren't too bad after that. He had a few jokes with us, and he warmed to us. And after that, we've been in a few further times, and he's been more friendly each time we go in. Like, he's getting used to us. But I just thought, this is such a small place where they're not used to alternative people. But at least he was kind of jovial in a way. But yeah, so that was another one. Another one was another group walk, and this group walk we're doing, it was a big walk. Well, it was about 7 miles, so halfway we planned to stop at this cafe to get some food. Now the cafe shut at 3, so I thought, right, we'll get there at 1, then we're well in time for the cafe. So anyway, we get to this cafe and it's got this sign up saying, please queue here and wait to be seen. So we thought, right, so went and queued at the sign, and we saw this chef pop out of a cabin at the side, and he looked at us, and then he went back in, and then a waitress come out of the cabin where the chef was, and she comes up and she goes, sorry, you can't come in, we're too full. So I looked around us, I was like, we all looked around, and it was about a third full, if that, and it was definitely not too busy or too full, and we was in good time at 1 o'clock, and she said, sorry, we can't serve you, we're too busy. And I thought, wow, that chef just took a look at us and just thought, I don't want this crowd in, I don't want to serve them. So anyway, I stood my ground. I thought, no, I'm not being treated like this anymore. It's not the 1980s. So I argued with her for a while. I said, look, we've been walking for miles. We've come for something to eat. We're in time. And she kept saying, we're too busy. The chef said, we can't take any more people. So anyway, after a few minutes of this, she goes, well, I guess I could get the manager. And I went, get the manager. So a few minutes later, this woman comes out, and she was actually okay with us. And I said, look, we've just been on a big walk, and we come here for food. And she goes, oh, well, it's not a problem. She goes, we're not too busy. So she said, just get a seat. And eventually the chef came out and he served us the food, and he was absolutely glowering at us with anger. And yeah, that was a weird one, that. We got our food in the end, but that was just someone judging us by the way we looked, or maybe it was a bit of being lazy as well, because he didn't want to deal with groups of people. But there was a group of people that went in before us, and they served them fine. It was just when we came up to be served, they were funny with us. So that's another one. So another incident that comes to mind, it was another group walk, and there's a group of us alternative people, because they're doing alternative people's walking group. Now we was on this quiet country lane, and we went past a couple of houses, and this woman come running out, and she looked livid with rage, and she was looking at us going, you can't film this, you can't film me. And we was like, I'm not filming you, I'm talking to the camera myself, I'm filming myself. She went, I'm gonna get the police. And she started swearing at us, every swear word, F word that you can imagine. And she was running up and down the road really fast, then running the other way past us, kept screaming at us, and it was pretty scary, to be honest. She looked really unbalanced, and eventually she ran out from this country lane onto the main road, and she disappeared, and was all like really relieved. Now I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was mental health or drugs or a combination of two, or just some really bizarre person. But yeah, that was odd. I do find though, when I'm out sometimes filming, that some people, not a lot, but some people, as soon as they see you filming, they think they have to say something to you, like, you can't film this, or you can't film me, or what you're filming, are you allowed to do that? And it's basically, I think a lot of people that are like that, I think it's because they see someone else doing something positive and creative, and they try to spoil it for you, because it's a bit of jealousy maybe. And sometimes I think people are paranoid. I mean, you don't know what sort of people are about these days, and people get paranoid that you're filming them, or just pretty unpleasant, argumentative people who see it as a free excuse to get an argument with somebody because you're filming. But yeah, you do get them, but it's not that often. It doesn't bother me. But anyway, I hope you liked this video today. If you did like it, please don't forget to give us a like and a subscribe. Keep yourselves very safe, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care now. Bye.